What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing. We're back with another video, and in today's video, guys, I'm gonna be going over the PvP tier list for August 2022. This is gonna be the 13th of August when I upload this video, so I'm recording this on the 12th. But we're gonna be going over basically every single unit in Grand Cross and giving them a spot on the tier list for PvP. So this are going to be the tiers right here. So the first tier we have is S tier, top of the meta, strongest characters in the game. A tier is going to be the standard meta, above average characters. B tier is going to be sub meta, average characters. C tier is going to be the underused / power creep, below average characters. And then the D tier is going to be not viable in PvP. So let's hop in and kind of talk about which characters are going to fit in which slots, guys. Let's just hop straight into it because we don't have a lot of time to waste here with all these characters. As you guys can see, we got a lot to go through. So first character here is going to be Summer Diane. So Summer Diane, actually, because of her Holy Relic, actually has a place. I would say she is probably in the it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. It's B tier or A tier for her. And it's crazy because she's a PvE unit, but because she has Amplify and the way she works on the team that she's meant to be played on, she actually could be standard or a sub meta. Right? I don't think she's average. I think she is A tier, and the reason why is because if we pull her up here, I'll pull her up so you guys can see what her kit looks like. Diane, it's crazy because she's meant to be a PvE unit, but because she has this Holy Relic, right, in PvP, Ragnarok allies and the hero's damage taken from skills during the enemy's turn will not exceed 50%, and then they gain attack related, right? And then she has Amplify, which she works super well with Sigurd. So that's something that, like, in PvP I see as like a very good option. And she also has AoE Power Strike, can actually be kind of good in PvP. Her passive is useless, but her Holy Relic is really good. So because of that, we will actually give her should I give her the A tier? Probably B tier, because you're not going to see her often though, right? She's probably not going to be seen very often, but she's good though. So I would say she's probably A tier because she's not average, right? She's not average. Okay. This Diane right here, I don't know, man. I do want to say just not viable, but like it's hard to say. I gotta start breezing through with these, right? Not viable, man. I don't see her in PvP, right? I just don't see her in the meta. King, I think, is sub meta. With Holy Relic, King is sub meta. He has cleanse. You can use him on an all rush team. I think he has a place in that, and I think that is worth putting for the slot. A tier for Merlin, because she is meant for the alt rush team. You have to run her in the backline, so she is part of the meta. If you're running an alt rush team, she is in the back, guaranteed. Nunchuck Bond is in D tier, in the not viable. Red Escanor, I don't think is viable either. Red Gother is in the meta, because attack seal is actually very prevalent now that Esteros is a thing. So Esteros teams, not having a lot of debuffs on them, only like Sigurd and Hendrickson really have debuffs. So Red Gother attack seals are free to go crazy. Red Demon Meliodas is a PvE unit, so he goes in the not viable. This Brunhild is in the not viable as well. I don't think she's even like power crept or below average. She's just not viable. Like, you're not gonna run this Brunhild in PvP, right? I think she excludes PvP with her passive as well. So she's not gonna be used there. Mono here, hard to say, man. I think this mono has been kind of power crept, right? I think she has, but she does have a place on a 7 Catastrophes team. But I think you would probably rather run the new mono, right? That's the only thing. So I think I'll put her in underused / power crept. I do think, she's good, but she definitely has fallen off compared to the newer mono. I think the newer mono will probably go in like sub meta. But yeah, Dariari is not viable in PvP. Mai is probably in the power crept side. Like, she's okay. On like a Sigurd amplified type comp, but it's not going to be anything too crazy. Denzel's not viable in PvP. Dariari probably in the power crept / below average, like underused. I don't think you're really going to use her as like a taunt type character. Maybe on an Assault Esterosa team, but even then she's not really going to be good. So I'll probably put her in that tier, but she's not a bad character at all. Cusack I'll put in the sub meta because the Cusack, Kusak's not really like that viable on Esterosa team because Kusak's passive means you're basically not meant to crit, right? You're not meant to crit with Kusak's passive, and Esterosa crits, so that's just instantly kind of gonna cuck the Kusak on the side, but he's like pretty good, you know what I mean? Like, he's still a viable character. If you run him with Esterosa and you're not critting, like, that character is gonna do big damage, right? Zeldris here, I think he's gonna be Hard to say. No, he is power crept. He has been power crept for sure. Death Pierce is just not viable. His CC is just too low. You could use him as a backline for sure, but do I say it just for the backline? The backline's nice though. The backline is nice. Power crept. Okay, we'll give him that because I know where I'm gonna put Ragnarok Bond. Monspeed is just not viable. Blue Gother. It's hard to say, man. It's hard because a lot of these characters, I'm like, you know, they might have a position, but they're just not viable. Not viable. Mono's not viable. Dudley's is not viable. Jim is probably underused and also like below average. Like I don't think Jim here is really that crazy. And he has been kind of power crept a little bit. He's not the greatest in the world. King. Sub meta, I think the King team is definitely sub meta. He's very good. If you run him with a Blue Elaine and him are like a really nice combo. They can work very well together. Margaret is in the meta, main cleanse unit of the meta right now. If you are bringing her, you're going to be stopping a lot of the ceiling in the game. She is a staple for sure in the meta. Summer Merlin, very good character. I think honestly, I might have to put her. I don't know. No. Now that I think about it, no. I have a few slots for the top of the meta. I actually do, and it's not going to be Summer Merlin, but she is up there. Like if I had to rank it in the tier, she would definitely be the top of A tier. But she's really, really good. And I'll talk about her partner when we get to that character. But Matrona just not viable in PvP. Galland, probably power crept. Let's say just for like a Asta team, I guess we'll put him in there, like in the underused category. Asta Rosa. I don't know, man. What do you guys think, man? I've seen Esterosa a lot in the game right now, but I don't think he's top of the meta. I think he is still here, right? I don't think he's top of the meta. I've seen a lot of Esterosa though, and he is really strong, but he doesn't have like the perfect team yet to be to where he needs to be. You know what I mean? He's not the strongest character in the world. He is going to be very good, but he's not going to be, beating a lot of the higher tier teams in the game. Okay, so we'll move past that. So Brawler Bond is not usable. Valenti not usable. This Guild Thunder, I'm not actually sure what he does, but he's a top 100 unit. So I'll give him, the benefit of the doubt, right? We'll check to see what his skills are able to do. But okay, so he increases the hero's damage, or the hero's damage by the value of 50% of the allies' crit resistance. Yeah, no, he's not that good. I'll definitely put him in the not viable. Blue Elaine in the same tier as King. If you run the characters together, they're very good. Arthur will put in that. I mean, okay, probably there because he has attack seal. Jericho, yeah, she's not really viable, man. This Elaine's not viable. Beatrice is not viable. 11, like, she's definitely power crept, but she's just not good. Like, you could probably use her, but I don't think she'll do very well. And she kills herself as well. Like, she does damage to herself. That's not very good. This Easton, yeah, you don't see her at all. I really don't see this character. I'm gonna have to like think about this, like these slots here, because I don't know if I even like see these characters at all. Like if I don't see a character in PvP, basically I have to put them in just not viable. You know what I mean? Like if I've seen them a few times before, then sure, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt type of thing. But if I've not seen them at all, then I'm just gonna put them straight up in D tier, man. Because these characters, you're not gonna see them in PvP. They're PvE type characters, right? A lot of these characters, if you guys have saw my PvE tiers, you'll see where they're placed, but they're not PvP type characters. The one Esner is definitely sub meta now. He's fallen off. He's not in the main meta anymore, but he is still a very good character. Having the guaranteed debuff immunity on the turn 3, he has the all stats up every turn, and he can still deal a good amount of damage. His CC is very good, so sub meta. He's not part of the meta anymore, but he's definitely sub meta. Slater we can put there. Elat, Miguelda's gonna go there. Tarmiel is in the meta as a link. He's obviously not as good as Red Tarmiel, but that's where you guys already know. I'm gonna put Tarmiel at the top there. Amelia, it's hard to say, but I think Amelia, like on a specific set of team, can still be viable, like on some unknown race. I have faced a Summer Merlin, Amelia, Red Gother team, and that was a very, very tough fight. But Amelia, like over time, has fallen off in terms of CC, so that's just something to take into account. Droll is a underused character on the Esterosa team, this blue one specifically. Fraudrin for cheese teams, I guess we'll put him in the like power creep section. I think Elizabeth, actually no, Fraudrin and Elizabeth can go a little bit higher. Can I find Elizabeth now? Let's see. Maybe if I can find that Elizabeth now, I could just slot her in. Okay, we'll do it after actually. This Meliodas, he's okay backline. He's okay, but he's a Meliodas, right? These guys are all just gonna go here. They're just not viable. There we go. We're gonna put him with her with Fraudrin. Bond is still in the meta for sure. He's not falling out of meta just because Esteros is a thing. Bond teams can still beat him. If you if the Esteros team's running a Sigurd, they're dead. If they're running a Salt Melee, they still can die, right? Okay, so this is a character, this Zeldris, you guys know this Zeldris, obviously, he has not released yet on Global, he's been out on JP though, and I've seen kind of what he's able to do, so now it's kind of like, where would I put him off of seeing what people have done with him? I don't know if this Zeldris is going to be a, meta character, but I do think that over time he probably will fit that slot, but for now, I'll put him in sub-meta. His backline is not as good as Festival Zeldris. I'm actually going to put Festival Zeldris now in meta. Because Festival Zeldris' backline passive is really, really strong, we're going to have to keep him in the A tier in the standard meta. You see Zeldris on all Esterosa teams, this Festival Zeldris. This Zeldris is okay, but honestly, like, a lot of people are going to have Festival Zeldris with his Holy Relic, and they're going to use him over the new Zeldris just in general. Just off of seeing, like, what their kits are able to do, right? Definitely what they're able to do. Goddess Elizabeth is going to be, power crept by, like, at this point, really power crept. This Roxy is okay. She gets the immunity. It's just Rumru kind of cuts that. You go there. Ludociel's in the meta for sure. Very good character. Bellion's gonna go here. King is gonna be in the meta as well. I do think King's still meta. If you run a King team where you bring like Valenti, Diane, King, that team is prevalent, man. Especially on All Rush, you can kill Esterosa teams very easily with that. Chandler, after his Holy Relic, is meta, I would say. You definitely can run him on the Esterosa team. Very good character. Nanashi has a backline. I will say sub-meta. He's an okay backline for sure. Milam, power crept or below average. This Meliodas you're just not going to use. Malasila, probably in the power crept below average character slots. Lilia, it's a hard say with Lilia, man. I do think that she's either B tier or in the A tier in the meta. Because it's hard to say though, because I've not seen as many Lilias since the release of of Esterosa. I know you can run Lilia with Esterosa in general though, but do I think that Lilia's in the main meta still? Because of all the characters that I see right here, these are the characters that I would say are in the meta for sure. I'll give it to Lilia. I think she still is a meta viable character. If you run her in PvP right now, you can still win matches. That's what counts, right? That's definitely what counts. This Helbram, I've not seen. Lilia, underused power crab. You can use her on a Pierce comp, sure, but it's not going to be the greatest. Trader Meliodas, top of the meta, one of the best characters in the game. We're gonna have some other characters, by the way, guys. It's not just Trader Melia at the top this time, okay? Just to let you guys know, this character, this Lilia backline passive is okay. We're gonna put you there. Garad after Holy Relic acts as an Athena, so I would say it depends on her CC, honestly, because I know her Holy Relic. I'm gonna pull up Garad. Her Holy Relic is actually just Athena passive, which is really good, depletes ultimate move gauge of all enemies at the end of the turn when an allied hero defeats an enemy during an allied turn. It's really good. So, that might honestly be sub-meta if you run her backline. It's crazy to say, but, like, that's a good, like, passive. You know what I mean? Like, if you kill and they're all rushing you, you kill someone on their team, they just lose all their gauge just as a backline, that's very good, man. Counter Melee goes there, Jericho goes there, Escanor has fallen off for sure. I've not seen this guy in PvP. I don't even think he's viable anymore. Green Dean Meliodas. Esterosa team, sure, benefit of the doubt, bro. Like, that's reaching, though. Tang Dian. I just don't see her in PvP. That's the thing, man. It's like I'm trying to think of characters that I see. I don't even see Jim, but I just want to give Jim the benefit of the doubt for being like a PvP support character for like those types of units, right? Mark II Valencia, I just don't see in PvP anymore, man. It's very unfortunate. So I don't think she's really viable in the meta right now. She has block effect though, which can be good. So I guess I'll put her in that tier. This Valencia, I will say, is sub meta. If you run her with like, as I said, with this king right here, and you run Festival Diane, this can be a very good unit for sure. Arthur's not good in PvP. Elaine, not good in PvP either. Helbram on a fairy team as a backline for the Holy Relic is okay. This Elaine, no. Will, no. Mono, yes, we're gonna put Mono in the sub meta. She's still okay. Her CC is very lacking though, and that's definitely something to think about. Sariel is in the meta for sure. Very strong character on the Goddess team. If you run him with Margaret and Elizabeth, very, very good comp. Zeneri, nah, I've not seen her in PvP. Ragnarok Merlin. Air's gonna hate me for this. But I think she actually is just not viable. Like, I think Elaine is just more viable than this unit, bro. Honestly, like, I don't think she's even in the, like, you know, the underused, like, gee, I just don't see her. Like, maybe if I faced Air in PvP, if you guys know Addicting Air, if I faced him in PvP once, sure. But other than that, no, I'm not gonna see her. Roxy, I don't see her either, man. I really don't. Like, even on a Bond team, like, that'd be the only team you'd run. It's very unfortunate. A lot of these characters I'm just slotting in here, man. It's very, very tough. It's very, very rough right now, man. I'm not gonna lie. Astarosa backline support, yes, it's very good still. Fraudrin, I've not seen him, but if he gets a Holy Relic, I think he could go into at least sub-meta, or maybe even meta, if his Holy Relic is good enough, right? Aaron's gonna be not that great. This Diane is with this Diane as well, both Dianes. This one specifically being a PvP made character, this one is like not so much. So actually I might move her down. I might move her down just because this one is actually a PvP unit. This one still does have that Ragnarok passive though, which is, it's just so good, like the Holy Relic. It's hard to say. I'll give her the B tier. I'll give her the B tier. Shuna, very underused at this point. Rugal, just not viable, bro. Droll, he's sub-meta. I think you can run him on Astarosa team. It's not too bad. And I think like the Trader Melee Astarosa comp with Droll is okay. I already know Malasila is definitely underused. She doesn't really have much of a comp. Merlin, I'd say, is underused as well on an unknown race team. More of the unknown race team now is kind of just like sealing. It's not really as much of like damage. So like, I think this Merlin has fallen off, unfortunately. Shin. Nah, Shin is probably just a PvE farming unit, bro. Donar goes there too. Athena backline, I would give it the same benefit as Garage. She also has a relic, so that's CC. Yormingen's not a PvP unit. Grimoire's not going to be very good. Zaratros got a PvP relic, but sucks. Derriere. No, I'm not going to see this unit. Like, even as an alt rush stop on an Astarosa team, she's a detriment, to be honest. She really is, until she gets a Holy Relic. She doesn't really have much other than gauge reduction. So, sure, I'll give her the underused. I'll give her underused. Hawk is not viable. This Gila is not viable. Assault Melee, he's going to go in the meta tier with Astarosa. He is in the Astarosa team, and I think he's very good, right? I think he's very good. Festival Gother is in the meta as well, agreed. This Green Gother, sub-meta. Actually, it's crazy. Red Gother somehow has passed up Green Gother in PvP viability. It is just the truth, man. Red Gother sealing is more important right now than gauge reduction. Gauge reduction obviously is very important, but you know, having Summer Merlin and Red Gother together, you can dissolve and then attack with Merlin. That's a guaranteed seal. You can follow up, push a Red Gother ultimate, take the gauge anyway. So you know, you're only really lacking the attack related increase, but you know, you're not really gonna run Gother enough to get the attack related. So honestly, like but the rank up is still good. I was gonna say maybe you put him down there, but no, he's still good. He's still good. Glaxania, no. Rimuru is still top of the meta. I think I will say Rimuru, like, in a sense has fallen off because of Astarosa Commandment, but I still don't think that, you know, ruins him as a unit. I still think he's very, very strong. His ultimate's very strong. You could put him on an all-rush team. You could put him on an unknown race team. He is going to hit very hard, and he can kill Astarosa teams regardless. Like, even if an Astarosa team can build up darkness stacks, like, Rimuru is still able to kill. So a very strong unit. Liz is going to go there. King is going to go there. Ram as a backline, I will put her in sub-meta. She is a unknown race backline. Hendrickson. A lot of people are going to hate me for this, bro. Hendrickson sub-meta, bro. I'm sorry he's not meta. He's just not meta on the Assault Mode Astarosa team, man. He's not meta because he does not have the CC to compete with the other characters in the meta. Every single character in this like list of characters here out-CCs Hendrickson. Even Red Gother and Merlin, they still out-CC Hendrickson somehow. They still do, bro. From my experience at least. So, you know, these characters right here are easily going to be better than Hendrickson. Hendrickson's still a good character though on the Astra team. Double AoE is very, very strong, but it's not going to make him, you know, the very, you know, I don't think he's like, you know, meta because of that. King's going to go there. Elizabeth, bop. I don't think she's the best unit in the PvP. This is not ranked, by the way. This is not ranked. But I do think Elizabeth is a very, very strong character. Easily top of the meta. Goddess team is so prevalent in the meta right now. If you run Margaret, Sariel, Elizabeth, such a broken team, man. I'll just put Sariel together with Margaret there. But that is such a broken comp, man. And then Blue Tarmiel backline, you could run Red Tarmiel Link on Elizabeth. So broken, man. So broken. We're going to put a mono right there. This Lilia is definitely in the underused section. Her Holy Relic is good, but it doesn't make her really that viable. Sure, Benny Maru can go in underused. Red Helbram, no. No, like definitely underused or below average in PvP. Like Freyr's good, but he's not gonna be, you know, he's not a PvP based character. You know what I mean? He's meant for PvE content, and you know, in general in PvE content he's really good, but in PvP he's not gonna really, you know, provide too much other than like the all stats buffs every 2 turns. But by then Freyr's probably dead, right? That's the only problem. Oslo and Hawk's gonna go there. Gila's gonna go there. This Dan I've actually just never seen one time in PvP. This Easton. It's hard to say, man. Really is. Should I give her like the underused? Because I don't even see her. I don't. I actually see this Easton more on Bond teams actually, so I'll give her that. Red Jericho actually has fallen off, unfortunately. This Awakened Easton is just a worse version of like honestly this Easton. This Easton's still good, I guess. Like if you have a 7 catastrophes team, damage reduction, they both have damage reduction passes actually for 7 catastrophes. It's just differently worded. But yeah, Ragnarok Bond is in the meta for sure. His you know, support backline passive is very good. Very good. He has a King Link for an extra 1000 CC, so he kind of makes up for the lack of CC because of that, and I think that's very good. Matrona as a taunt unit, I guess, can go in the underused, and she can kind of heal your team. I've seen BSG use that unit, so you know, fair play, bro. No. Arthur actually has a use in sub meta on the Sigurd, Trader Melee, or like Ludo, you know, like that type of team. Sigurd, you know what I mean, you know, Meliodas, yeah, like that type of team is really good actually. Roxy, no. Red Galland, no, I actually just don't. Sigurd is meta for sure, especially on the teams you run him on. Ragnarok Diane team, very good. Asterosa team, very good. Like a lot of the teams you're going to be running Sigurd on is meta viable teams easily. Ram is going to go in the not viable. Keo is actually still, I think, sub meta. If you run Keo Lilia, still very good. If you're not facing a team that's, you know, like a Green Molassida team, which is not common at all, honestly. Like I think Keo is still very good. You can definitely run. Sariel Link has to go in the A tier. I am counting links as well, by the way. You guys have to understand how broken links are in this game, the graces. If a character grace like Sariel can increase damage by, you know, basically ignoring 50% of an enemy's crew defense, that has to be given the meta instantly, because you're always going to be using that character as a link. Lost Vein, he is not viable anymore. Queen Diane is going to be here. Unfortunately, she has fallen off. Okay, this is a thing to say. The Asterosa comp has made Queen Diane fall off a little bit, but she is still a very strong character. Don't take that away from Diane, okay guys? Diane is still a very strong character. She's fallen off a little bit because of Asterosa team, but other than that, she's still very viable in the meta. Okay, Elizabeth's gonna go there. Diane's gonna go there. Brunhild, oh my gosh, such a broken unit. If you guys have not seen Red Brunhild in action, please go check out Red Brunhild in action, man. I don't personally own her, but I know she is top of the meta, because in top 100, everyone spams Brunhild, Sigurd, Ragnarok Diane. Boom. That team auto clears. It's like an auto PvP farming team. If you guys have seen Brunhild clips, she's able to just one-shot AoE people. If you guys have seen that, please go check that out, man. And with the Ragnarok Holy Relic from Ragnarok Diane, she cannot die turn 1. And she can only be debuffed once, which is very good as well. So that has to give her, and it's crazy too, because you would not think that a unit like Brunhild would be top in the meta right now, but I do think because of the team comp, top of the meta, man. I have to give it to her. I really do. Ela, not viable. I'm not gonna lie. This Elizabeth backline support is okay, but you would rather run an actual Elizabeth, so I don't think she really becomes a meta character. This Elaine's not viable. Red King, I'm sorry for all the people that preach Red King, bro, as a backline. The pierce rate reduction does not do anything anymore. It does not. It really doesn't. With the amount of damage characters do nowadays, pierce rate backline does not do much. So I'm going to give King the benefit of the doubt. We're giving him the underused category. You're not seeing this unit. If you face, okay, if Red King was a backline on a team, Brunhild faced it, boom, dead. It doesn't matter. Elizabeth, dead. Rimuru, dead. Trader Melee, dead. So like no matter what team you run with Red King backline, it's not gonna help, man. It really isn't, because a lot of people preach that unit. I don't think it's that crazy. Okay, Glocks, you know, underused or power crept. We need to get into a new cleanse unit for the demons, man. They definitely have fallen off. This Slater, I've seen a few times on Bond teams. For the block effect and the fact that he has the seal card that seals basically everything. This Asteros is going to go in the not viable tier. Red Tarmiel, obviously you guys know the link is so broken in PvP. The fact that you're able to attack into a character twice and you instantly get block affected is, you know, a sign that that is a problem. Okay, the guy gives you basic stats for your whole team. He alt seals if you actually run him on the field, right? Like or if you run him on the field, you get the basic stats as well. Like, he's just broken, bro. He's just actually just so broken. Red Tarmiel, such a broken unit. I don't know what Netmarble was thinking, but they thought, you know, they thought to definitely ruin the meta for sure. Terry, I will say it's still meta because Bond Team is meta, right? If you run Bond Team, Terry's there. I think this Arthur as well will go in the meta as well because you're running Bond, Terry, Arthur. That's a meta team for sure. Right, this Halloween melee, no. Scotty on debuff teams, again, like a counter Kyo team, like, is okay, right? Scotty, I'll probably say underused right now. She's below average. If Kyo was used more often, Scotty her usage would go up a lot as well. No, red molasses cheese, sure, but that's like no, basically, right? You're not really gonna see these characters, and then I think the rest of these characters are just bottom tier. Is there anything I need to fix here? Let me see. Is there anything here that I just see that's just like wrong? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm probably reaching with this Arthur too. I'm probably reaching with that Arthur. I'm definitely... there's a lot of characters here that I'm just like, bro, I don't know, man. I have to look over this tier list. But I think so far, I think this is okay. I think this, for what it is, I think it's okay. I knew I was going to have only like a few characters on top of the meta. You guys have to understand, top of the meta characters are going to be the strongest, like mainly DPS type characters, unless you're Red Tarmiel and you have that effect. You know, it honestly depends, right? But yeah, man, I mean, that's basically it for the tier list. I think this is accurate to what it is. You guys have to let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. You know what I mean? Like, in terms of the characters here that I kind of went over, a lot of them are very good, man. But I know not a lot of you guys have seen Brett Brunhild and seen how good she is. But if you guys can vouch for me, if you have played top 100, please, any top 100 players watching this video, if you've watched to the end here, vouch for me that you've seen this Brunhild hit like big damage, man. Like, if you guys have seen this Brunhild do big damage, please let me know, man, because I've seen her just hit like crazy numbers, man. One banging Asa teams, one banging like basically any team you face is crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I think that's accurate. I mean, there's obviously things I could change to the list, and there's obviously characters I think that can go up and down. But you know, I have to give the benefit of the doubt for some of the characters here, man. If a character had a single AoE and they're a demon character, I think I gave them at least underused, because you could technically run them on an Esterosa team. So you know, I'll give them that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's fair, guys. I think it is fair tier list. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. That's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.